guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am excited. I always get excited. I always feel like I come on here and I'm like, I'm excited, but I am excited. I'm excited I get to use, the company is new to me and this is their very first time doing a palette that I have ever seen. So without further ado, I am using, I believe it's Kaima Cosmetics. So they have, oh no, not the ring light. That was foul. Why is the ring light being so foul? Okay, well, let's see. Let me zoom in to here. I don't know. Stupid ring light. So, okay, enough with the snafus. So this is the Skulls and Roses metallic multichrome eyeshadow palette. So typically on Instagram, Kaima Cosmetics kept popping up and they had I got some of them too. They would always show this is their glitter pigment. They have so many different things. They have like chameleon flakes, glitter pigments. So I got the I got the holographic glitter pigment. So I don't know. Ooh, is it gonna come out? Oh, that is so pretty. Let's see if I could do this without. Oh, look. Oh! I was just getting ready to say, let's see if I could do this without spilling it. Oh. There is gonna be glitter in the carpet forever till the end of time. Okay, well, at least it's pretty. So that's the glitter pigment. Shh, I've got it everywhere. Like I cannot. Okay, so let's try that again. Hold on, let me fix myself. And then I got the sparkly loose glitter. I thought this was, oh, I did. This is the chameleon flakes. So here's the box. So chameleon flakes, and I got the color angelic. And when I opened this was like everywhere, like all in the thing, but it's like these thick chunky flakes. So this is what I was usually seeing on Instagram, and it was like all these different flakes, the glitter pigments, like pressed holographic, pressed duochromes, like the whole nine. And I kept getting on their website and I was like, do I want to get this? And I was like, no, because a lot of them are quite pricey. Some of them are like $26 for like one pressed, you know, eyeshadow. And so I kept debating back and forth. I mean, this has been going on for months. And it would constantly like pop up. And then I was like, okay, just, you know, whatever, just stop looking at it. And it would keep popping up. And then recently they released the palette, the Skulls and Roses palette. I missed it the first go around. My daughter was like, hey, do you want this for your birthday? My birthday's in January. I had already gone on, and I think it was released, was it December? Might have been in December, could have been in January. I can't really remember, but I just remember when I did get on, it was sold out. I was like, oh, well, shoot, there goes that. So anyway, recently they restocked it and they were like, hey, it's available. And I was like, oh, I got to get it this go around. So here is the palette. So obviously when I was ordering it, it does come from the UK. When I was ordering it, I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get the palette. And I was like, let's make this worth my while. So I wanted they had a holographic pressed highlight that looked like it was like blue, yellow, purple, you know, like the three colors all together. And I was like, oh, this is like a trend lately. And I was like, but it's sold out. And I wonder if that's why, because all of a sudden people are like, oh, look at this holographic. And like when you put it on, it looks like it goes in that order. So they ended up not having that. They were sold out. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. I really liked the look of this holographic glitter pigment because it's silver, but then you get the different, like a prism. You get all the different colors and reflects in there. And then this angelic. So this is what the angelic chameleon flakes are supposed to look like. And then this is the holographic glitter pigment. that I have. So I figured let me get those, and then I actually got the glistening pigment mix. I feel like it was also called like Magic Mix or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's the little liquid that they recommend. So you put that on and then you mix the glitter or the flakes into it and then create it like that. I don't know. We're going to play around with it. So I want to see how the palette is and then see what I can do with the glitter pigment. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I only have 2 eyes. I feel like that's a lot of product. But we'll see because there's quite a few things in here that I want to see. And I feel like this should be the star of the video, you know what I mean? This is the feature. This looks really pretty. This skulls right here. I have not. Oh, that is so creamy. Let's see. Let me blend it out. That looks so pretty. That is so pretty. The palette says it is in stock. It is $61. Again, it comes from the UK, so wherever you are, whatever the exchange is for your currency, wherever you are, maybe a little different. It's just saying $61 on there. Yeah, so anyway, if you want to see how this palette does and these other few products, then just keep watching. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in. Some of their products are on sale, like they do different sales for different things, but anywho, what do I want to use? I think I want to go in with Savage here, and I'm gonna pick that up on this Morphe E30 brush. You do get a mirror in the palette, and everything arrived beautifully. Like nothing was broken. Nothing was broken. Thankfully. Oh, the mirror is actually nice. I think I'm gonna try to use it. So I'm gonna take that color, and let's see. That had quite a bit of pigment to it. Okay. So for going on as pigmented as it did, it blended out pretty well. I mean, it took a little bit, but it still blended out. I think I'm just going to take whatever's on the brush and just bring it down, because I don't want to make it too dark underneath, but I want a little bit down there, because I'm not really sure where this eye look is going to go. So, that Skulls color is pretty. This Dazzle color down here is pretty. They have a purple, the Charm. Let's see what this does. Let's go in with Dazzle, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm going to pick that up on this Morphe M124 brush. And it is picking up on the brush. Let's see. Oh no, that is really pretty. Let me zoom in a little bit more. It is really pretty, but it's super chunky, and I do not want that in my eye, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it wet with my Morphe Luminous setting spray. Well, dang. That is super pretty. That is a really pretty color. That is so flippin' pretty. That really is pretty, and that went on nice. I didn't leave a whole lot of room for like the other two, and that's the hard part about it. There's so many things in here. I feel like Enchantment is going to be like the same consistency as this, so I want to go in with another color. Like, let's see how this chroma applies. It's not necessarily like my color choice, but because I feel like I have quite a few products that I want to show in this video, I'm going to use it just to see more or less how the products apply. You know what I mean? Again, it's not to be like, oh hey, do this look, this is, you know, what I suggest. It's so I can show you guys how the products work from a consumer's perspective. So that went on really pretty. I used the same brush. It might have had like a smidge of dampness to it from that prior color, but being that it's not super chunky, but it went on really nice. It just blended right in to that prior color, so I really like that. I really like when colors in a palette, especially different textures, play well together. So that was really nice. Now I think I want to go in with enamel to see how this does. And I'm going to pick that up on this Blend Bunny B5 brush. See how deep it is. You know, purples can be patchy, so I feel like this is a little bit of a test here. Let's see. That actually went on really nice. It's got a nice depth of color. It doesn't look patchy. I'm just gonna blend out that edge a little bit to diffuse the color a bit, but that is really pretty. It's like this deep, like eggplant purple. Oh, I really like that. And I'm gonna go in with that prior color and just dab it over just to get a nice blend. That is so pretty. I'm just gonna soften the edge, that prior brush. Wow, that is so good. I really like that. I really like how that went on. That was really nice. Kudos to you, Kaima. Now I think I'm gonna go in with Allure up here at the top. And I'm gonna pick that up on this Blend Bunny B1 brush. It's a bit smaller. They're a little soft in the pan. You can see that color right there. Just be aware. So I'm gonna take that color. And I do have fallout. I haven't been super precise, but I do have fallout down here. It does have a smell. What does it smell like though? I didn't really smell it till I got it in my face, but what does it smell like? It almost smells like lash glue. So it might be the adhesive under the pans, like within the, yeah. Because I don't smell it on the brush, so it just might be that adhesive in the pan. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that prior color, enamel, and just kind of blend out here over where that bottom one and it meet up, just to kind of get a bit of a blown out smoky look. I'm going to clean both of those brushes off. And then I think I'm going to take good old Filbert. This, if you haven't been here to know about Filbert, this is Filbert. This is a Moto Pro or a Royal 9 nickel brush. And I don't know why it makes me laugh that it's called Filbert. So I think I want to go into Trance up here. It's like a, it does shift. I want to say duochrome, multichrome. Let's see, I'm not sure how many. If you're going to get 2 colors or more. So there's a pink, there's like a gold, maybe a duochrome. So I'm gonna pick that up on this little Filbert brush, if I can. She's got some chunks to her, and I think I wanna see how that does on the inner corner and then down under the eye. It's actually applying really nice, but I'm going to go ahead and get it wet. It's a pretty color. I just don't know that I get a whole lot of like a shift, but maybe. It is pretty. It did apply nicely over top of that other color. Okay, now I think I want to see what Charm looks like, because again, that one looks like it's shifting too. Like when I look at it, there's like a blue, like a, I don't want to say blue, it's like a greenish. I don't know, given that it's chunky. I wonder if she kind of takes her Chameleon Flakes formula and put it into these. I don't know, let's see. And try not to kill my eyeball. That is definitely a pretty color, given the consistency of it. You know, depending upon, now I went over a very large area. I did. This isn't a look for everybody, but again, I wanted to see what it was gonna look like. I definitely would recommend getting it wet. I don't feel like that color or this color or this color, those consistencies are gonna do well just putting them on dry, just because they have those big chunky flakes in there. But I do like the color. I do like the color of it. I like the shift of it. It'd probably look really pretty all over the eye, and then accompanying it with this Ravish color over here, and then maybe some of Allure. I don't know, I think it'd be really pretty. I do feel like this eye look is a lot. It is a lot. It's not necessarily something everybody would like, but let's see. Do I have room for one more? Why not? Let's see what Enchantment looks like, because, you know, might surprise ourselves, because it's chunky as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get it on Filbert. Go ahead and put it in my inner corner. That actually went down more like a satin type metallic. Let's see. Does it look and feel a little creamier coming out of the pan than the other colors? But let's see. You see how it like blends together and like the consistency seems a bit different? I think it went up too high. Oopsies. So I'm just blend that in right there. I really just wanted to see what the color will look like. Now, honestly, that is a lot. It's not like I would do this all together, but again, I did it so you could see like this color went over this color, different consistencies are applying over top of each other nicely. So I really appreciate that, because you never know what combo like you want to do. You want to mix and match like the mattes with the shimmery metallic-y whatevers with the chunkier ones, and you want to know like, hey, if I'm spending my hard-earned money on this, are those colors going to apply? And everything is really applying over top of each other and playing nicely with each other. So I have no complaints there. It's just the color choice and the eye look, probably not it. So let's go ahead and move to the other eye. I think for this eye, I used quite a few of the colors already. So I feel like I want to use that holographic. So let's go in with Cryptic here. And I'm going to pick that up on the same Morphe E30 brush. And let's just see. So we can see what kind of color that is. Oh, that's a nice like camel color. Like, you know, like the camel brown. That went on really nice. It blended out nicely. Like that. So we're just, again, using that as the base. I kind of want to see, I wonder how this Skulls color, you guys should have known I was going to go into that. I want to see how that's going to apply. So I think I'll try to apply it like in this really concentrated area, because then I think I want to go in with this really dark Raven color and then potentially apply this Skulls color over top of that just to see what it does. And then I think I'm going to try to mix some of this holographic glitter pigment. I'm going to try to use a little bit of everything. I'm going to pick up this Skulls color on this Morphe M124 brush. I don't have anything on there because I wonder if you're going to be able to see all the different shimmer. I can, but you know, I got a mirror all up in my face, so it's kind of hard to tell, like, if I could see it on the viewfinder. I do feel like I want to get this a smidge wet. Let's see what happens. Just so things aren't falling out into my eye. That is really pretty. That is pretty. Okay, alright, so let's keep testing here. We're doing well. Things are going well. I'm going to go into Raven and I'm going to pick that up on this Blend Bunny B1 brush. I cleaned it off. This color is a bit soft. It's a pretty deep black. I'm going to go in with that prior brush, blend out in that crease. So it's blending out nicely too, which is always nice, especially when you're working with black. Black is very easy to make a mess of. You know, it's starting to, it's blending out into here and making a little bit of a mucky mess, but it's nothing crazy. So it's blending out. So let's wipe that off. So now let's go into that Skulls color. And I just wonder if putting it over top of the black is going to accentuate it. So let's see. I feel like it's more intense. I feel like I can see more shimmer, like looking into it, putting it over top of that black. Let me back up. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Do you guys see a difference? I feel like it is more intense. I mean, I can see the shimmer and the glitter all throughout, but I do feel like putting it over that black just intensifies it. That is really nice. I like that. All right, let's get into the glitter that I have made a mess of. So what are we gonna do with this? I think I'm gonna take my larger filbert brush. I'm going to get some of these, I shouldn't say some of these. I'm just gonna get a little bit of the liquid in the dropper, and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand in a very small area. This glitter picks up so nicely on this brush, and then I'm just gonna tap it into the liquid there just so I can get the liquid on the brush. And then let's see. Get a little bit more, blending it around again on the brush, just trying to be very careful to not make a mess. Let's see. I just wonder, like, depending on how you mix it, like, do you have to be very precise with your ratio depending on what you want? But what is that, what is this pigment mix going to do to the prior shade. You know what I mean? Like me applying this over top of that prior shade to get a nice blend, like, is it gonna make a mess of that shade? That's kind of what I'm wondering. So I wonder, now that I have it down, if I could just pick this up on the brush. It feels a little tacky. I wonder if you need to let it dry down a minute. So I'm gonna try to keep my eye closed and just fan my eye because it feels tacky. I can feel the wetness like on my eyelid. So let me just, I wonder what the wearability, so I'm just gonna sit normal. Because, you know, I do have really hooded eyes, especially when I'm like making faces, because I'm very animated throughout the day. Now, do I do that? Probably not, but you never know. I mean, I usually am done looking at a computer and I'll look up at somebody and make a face. It's not transferring, and it doesn't feel like super sticky to the touch. So I think what I want to do, I'm gonna go back in with Skulls and just apply some of that over top. Because I don't know if these are meant to be like one and done looks, you know, like I don't necessarily feel like, oh, it's super like, so there it is on my hand. It's not moving. It's not moving off my hand. So I don't know if like they're meant to be blended over, you know, other shadows, or are they meant to be like a one and done on the eye. I'm just kind of blending that all in just to get a better blend. That looks like such a fun New Year's Eve look. So I went ahead and closed that. Now, do we want to see, I think we do, we want to see what these angelic chameleon flakes look like. And I'm like, where am I going to put them? Under here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get my little mixture going. I got to open the container. Do I want to use a different brush so I don't skew the results? I do have a third filbert. It is very large though. I'll just use this one. It's flat. This is a shader brush out of the same collection, the Royal Langnickel. I actually got that collection at Nordstrom Rack for $10. And I think it came with like 9 brushes. Okay, I got, so I don't know how to show you guys this without tipping them. So these are really big chunky flakes, and the more I touch into them, they are flying everywhere. So let's see, can I pick them up so you guys can see they're like chunky flakes. They remind me of something you'd use for like a craft. So I'm gonna put that in the mixture on the back of my hand. Well, I'm doing a very nice job of painting the back of my hand right here with it. So as I'm blending it, I'm not, like, it's just moving all over my hand. It's like not picking up on the brush where I want it to. So this might be, like, it's all over the back. Now I have it all over the back of the palette here. See? Let's see. Did I get any onto here? Oh, I did. You see that one chunk? We are playing a very dangerous game right here. This is probably not for use like in the eye area. I'm not necessarily sure this is something. It's like sitting on my waterline. I don't, hold on a second. It's like in my lower lash line. I'm sure there's probably some kind of warning. I feel like this would be very fun for like a festival look. Like it's neat in how it applies there, but I feel like it's gonna like come down my face. So I feel like Halloween or a festival look or something of that nature. This stuff is flying all around. It's all over my leg. It's all over my shirt. Hold on a second. Let me see. It says first apply a small amount of our glitter adhesive. Wait around 30 seconds until tacky, then gently pat our flakes into place or use our mixing potion to transform them into a smudge-proof liquid glitter eyeshadow. So I have the mixing potion and it should transform it into a smudge-proof liquid glitter eyeshadow. So the glitter adhesive, if I was to put glitter adhesive on, I feel like then you could like pat it in, but I feel like that's probably what it would look like with a glitter adhesive. So let me do another little test here. Let me put some of that. I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds. Ah, okay, just kidding. Okay, they're starting to break down. I got some big chunks. At this point, I feel like I've made a mess. It is dripping all down my hand. I've made a mess, people. So let's see, because I'm just gonna bring this down. Just so we could see how to apply, because I've literally run out of room. So I'm like, if I was to put this on my eye, you see how solid that is. So getting that mixing potion in there, so I bet if I put this all over the lid, so that's the deal. You got to get the mixing potion if you have that, or the glitter adhesive. I feel like the glitter adhesive is going to make it more chunky or whatever, so you can see the flakes, because it's just going to stick where you put it, whereas mixing it with that potion is going to make it, it's going to break down those flakes into like this solid looking eyeshadow, which that'd probably be really nice to like smear all over the lid. I've made a mess, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this like this. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Go ahead, I'm gonna wash my hand for starters, because I've got this stuff like dripping all down my hand and it's tacky and I'm not a fan, so I will be right back. Okay, so there's really no point. I've done this video a little bit differently. Again, I was really excited. There's a lot of product here. I was excited to jump in and use it and see how everything kind of work together, and I talked about that throughout the video. So I think I'm just going to save us all time and just kind of sum it up here. I'm not going to do any eyeliner or lashes or anything like this, because this is a lot going on my face, and I really feel like I was just playing around with them more so, just so we could see how the products apply, how they wear. None of this has transferred. Like, that to me is really exciting. I really like this color here. As far as the palette, I really like the palette. I really like how everything applied. Like, all of these colors applied beautifully. They went on well. I really like this color. Again, I wouldn't necessarily put it down here, but I get so excited. I just want to try as many colors and shades and just different options that come in a palette all at once. So I end up making like a mess, but again, it's more so you guys can see it, because like me, I'm like, you know, I never know what I believe on Instagram. People could be making stuff up and everybody's like, oh my gosh, and it's like, is it really though? Is that really true? And I don't feel like a lot of people were really doing videos on this brand. I hadn't really seen anything on it. So again, that's why I try to do this. I try to help you all as a consumer. I enjoy this. This has like made my evening, sitting here for the past like hour or whatever I've been doing this and playing with these colors on my face. Like, it makes me happy. That's what I get out of it. And then I feel like I'm helping you guys, giving you an honest review, or showing you even. I mean, I can't make this up. I don't really know how I would fake it, but it's just, I'm able to give you that perspective and hopefully help you make an informative decision on whether you want to buy a product or not. So anyway, I really, really, really like the palette. I I'm gonna do quite a few looks with this. I feel like I'm gonna get into it, play around with it a bit more. I am really intrigued to see like the wearability of it and how long it would last. I think these chameleon flakes, like, again, they look so pretty online. They kind of draw you in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta try that. And they do like the arm swatches, but I feel like that's gonna take a bit of a learning time to learn how to do it and how to play around with them and what you can do with them. I mean, even like rubbing here, that mixing potion, it's not going anywhere. That's crazy. Like, that is wild to me. Like, that is so good. Even this one, now this feels a little flaky, a little glittery. I do see some chunks flying. There's a little bit coming off on my finger as I rub it because it does feel dry. This one, not so much. So again, how long do these products last? This, I really like this color. I really feel like I could do like a nice deep dark smoky eye and add that. Oh, be beautiful, be beautiful. You know, everybody wants to jump to, you know, typically says, oh, a New Year's Eve look. Pfft, you wear it whenever you want, going out around the house, I don't care. I really like the color in the middle there, that charm color. No, dazzle. I really like that color. So for me, I really like the palette. These, you're gonna need some patience to play around with these products. You're really gonna need some patience. The glitter seemed to go on a little bit better for me, but I'm not necessarily sure I like the consistency that it became once I mixed it with the potion. Like, I like all the glitter, the shimmer. I wonder if I could just put that over glitter glue, like if it would actually come out to the consistency that I would like it to be. Because I feel like, again, it breaks it down a little bit, it puts it on. It is a little dry, but that's not it. I feel like it just changed the overall consistency and application of it. I don't know that I 100% like it. Like, it looks big and chunky and kind of scaly on my eyelid. Does that make sense? So I don't necessarily think I'm a fan of that. I am excited to see, you know, what else they come out with as far as palettes, you know, and maybe trying that highlighter, some of their other products. They do have so many. They have some pressed ones. So I do feel like I'll be looking on the website again in the future to see what I want to purchase. But anyway, I am done rambling. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for sticking around, sticking it out. It's probably a long one. Hopefully I can condense this a bit and it's not too long, but I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys did too. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't. Again, I thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.